Star Trek has found its most underrated chief medical officer. When fans think of Star Trek's iconic doctors, names like Leonard Bones, McCoy, Beverly Crusher, and Julian Bashir often come to mind. These characters define the medical roles on their respective series, blending compassion, intellect, and classic Trek wit. But in recent years, Star Trek has introduced a chief medical officer who breaks all molds and might just be the franchise's most underrated CMO yet. Dr. Tan of Star Trek, Lower Decks. Yes, she's an animated, foul-mouthed Cation who scratches patients when irritated. But that's precisely why she stands out. Dr. Tana brings a fresh, unapologetically wild take to a role traditionally played with calm professionalism. She's not here to be elegant or sentimental. She's here to save lives, and she'll yell at you and possibly hurl a tricorder if you don't let her do her job. A doctor who breaks the mold. Unlike her predecessors, Dr. Tana isn't polished or diplomatic. She's gruff, brash, and aggressively competent. Introduced in the first season of Lower Decks, she immediately established herself as a force of nature aboard the USS Cerritos. She chomps on hypo sprays, curses like a Klingon, and doesn't give a triple tale about protocol, as long as her patients walk out of sickbay alive. Tana is not the warm and fuzzy doctor fans are used to, and that's what makes her refreshing. In a sea of Starfleet officers who often sound like they graduated from the same polite academy, she's a true original. Her passion for medicine comes through in her no-nonsense attitude. She may not hold your hand during a painful procedure, but you'll walk out healed, stronger, and maybe slightly more terrified of your own doctor. Beneath the snarl, a heart of gold. Despite her tough exterior, Dr. Tana cares deeply for her crew. She may shout orders or insult someone's intelligence, but she's never indifferent. The Lower Decks episode, Much Ado About Boimler, showed her true commitment when she refused to abandon mutated patients in the mysterious Starfleet black site. While others saw the infected as liabilities, she saw people in need of medical care. The series also teased moments of vulnerability, especially in her relationship with Chief Engineer Billups. Their awkward yet endearing romance shows Tana's softer side, revealing a character who, for all her flaws and cynicism, is just as emotional and invested as any other CMO. It's not unlike McCoy's grumbling exterior masking deep empathy, but filtered through the lens of absurdist comedy. Tana doesn't hide her emotions behind medical jargon or classic bedside manner. She simply barrels through her feelings like a shuttlecraft through an asteroid field, loud, messy, and honest. A CMO fit for the Lower Decks era. Dr. Tana fits perfectly within Lower Decks' chaotic tone. The series thrives on irreverence, self-awareness, and affection for Trek lore, and Tana embodies all three. She's a tribute to grumpy doctors of Trek past, but amplified for comedic effect. However, her value isn't just as a walking punchline. She's often the one character grounded in the medical realities of what's happening, even if her delivery is hilariously aggressive. In an episode like Crisis Point, she's the first to try to help Mariner through her emotional issues, albeit with a mix of yelling and inappropriate advice. But it's advice rooted in concern. And when other Starfleet officers might dance around the problem, Tana tackles it with all the subtlety of a warp core breach. That makes her uniquely valuable in a Star Trek era that's exploring new tones and formats. While Lower Decks lampoons Trek traditions, it also expands them. And Tana is a testament to the idea that a Starfleet doctor can be weird, angry, feline, and still incredibly heroic. Why she deserves more recognition. Dr. Tana may not get the dramatic arcs of Crusher or the emotional complexity of Bashir, but she's just as vital to the crew of the Cerritos. Her medical genius is never in question, and her loyalty to her crewmates is unquestionable. And unlike many previous CMOs, she operates without the burden of being the moral center. She's allowed to be a little selfish, a little wild, and wonderfully flawed. Fans often overlook her because Lower Decks is animated and comedic. But Tana is a